day, everyone. Today is Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week, halfway through another week of our stay-at-home directives, and actually one step closer to being not in this position. And so I hope that you are filled with hope and promise today as we continue our exploration of the Psalms. And we're looking today at Psalm 110, and this was a psalm written by David. It says, "The Lord says to my Lord, sit at my right hand until I make your enemies your footstool. The Lord sends forth from Zion your mighty scepter. Rule in the midst of your enemies. Your people will offer themselves freely on the day of your power in holy garments. From the womb of the morning, the dew of your youth will be yours. The Lord has sworn, and he will not change his mind. You are a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. The Lord is at your right hand. He will shatter kings on the day of his wrath. He will execute judgment among the nations, filling them with corpses. He will shatter chiefs over the wide earth. He will drink from the brook by the way. Therefore, he will lift up his head." You know, actually, Psalm 110 is one of the most quoted psalms in the New Testament. 17 times this psalm is quoted, indicating that Jesus really is the Messiah. And so if this is truly written about Jesus, which David didn't know at that point, he knew that the line of his kingdom would be succeeded, as is the promise of God, but didn't know to what extent in all reality. But this clearly was prophetic from the words of David, indicating that Jesus would be the Messiah, which leads us to an important part of this psalm. In verse 4, it says, "The Lord has sworn and will not change his mind." You know, from the very beginning of time, when sin first came into this world, God promised that there would be someone to bridge the gap that had been created by the sinfulness of this world, the sinfulness that separated us from God, and to bring us back into what the original design was meant to be, and that is a full unity with the Creator of all things. We are, after all, made in his image, and therefore God had a plan to rectify that image back to himself. And he did that through Christ. And the plan was that the Messiah would come. A lot of things happened in the history of the human race between the time that sin came into the world and the time that Jesus entered into the world. But everything sort of pointed to that moment. And it just reminds me that this God that we serve, the fact that he will not change his mind with regard to his plan, indicates to me that I can trust in that. I can trust that there will be a day of salvation. I can trust and be filled with hope that no matter how hard things like this can be, pandemics or wars or rumors of wars or natural disasters, whatever it is, that plan has not and will not change. God is still the God in control. And during this pandemic, it has really forced us to really kind of look at that deeply. how much will we trust that he is in control? And how much can we let go of ourselves worrying about that or having anxious moments about that? It's hard because we are human after all. And when we get into pandemics like this, it's easy to let ourselves get to those places mentally and spiritually. But the Lord has sworn and will not change his mind. Jesus has come and has promised life eternal and also presence in the midst of things that happen in this world. You will have trouble in this world, Jesus says, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So this psalm today, Psalm 110, is about that Jesus, the Messiah, the King, the ruler of all, who resides with you and is with you. And may that be your hope today and your promise today. God's blessings, and with that blessing, be a blessing as much as you can to those around you as you continue to trod through this very hard event of our lives. So until the next time, until tomorrow, God's blessings, and we'll see you then.